first half of this episode is just so very incredibly embarrassing. But the rest is nothing but pure heartwarming that warms the heart inside. Of the Dr. Stone episode 15. I still cannot get over that. That ending was so beautiful also. It was so beautiful. But unfortunately, we're not gonna talk about that right now. First off, the Angry Anime Fan here with the Dr. Stone episode 15, as I said. And I said the first half was a little bit embarrassing. Well, yeah, Magma's out of the picture, but then suddenly when, Ginro hears that Ruri will marry anyone who wins because he's in Bristas, he gets a little bit greedy. It's not until Senku uses some clever thinking that he actually manages to knock out Ginro after all. Although, that was just pure and simple. Cringeworthy. I guess that is meant to show that Ginro is not exactly meant to be a well-liked character. But then it's the final round where the Senku is facing off against Chrome, but of course Chrome, having taken all the beating from Magma, faints, which makes Senku the winner. It creates a very comical moment with the Chiller Chief is shooing it off, and then Senku says, "Okay, let's get married," he says to Ruri, but then immediately also says, "Let's get the divorce," because, well, all he wanted was the alcohol. I mean, it's I have to admit, that is kind of comedic, if a little strange. Regardless, the rest of though is when the rest of the gang finishes the last touches they have to in order to make the bionic that they need. For that, the Senku with the old man Kazuki's help managed to create a filter that actually creates carbon water, which they also need. Not carbon water per se, but carbon. Not carbon, but carbonated water, sort of. Which, of course, Ashiguro again at first thinks is for cola, but it's actually for the ingredients that they need for making it. With alcohol combined with something else, they eventually manage to finish the drug. And Ashiguro again gets a reward. Senku manages to create a small bottle of cola. Although it's unknown exactly how good it tastes, unlike real regular cola. Mecha Senku gives an explanation about lemon and many things that can actually create an illusion of cola. With that, with some advice from Koako as well as Chrome, Ruri begins to eat the biotic, which will help cure. But then Senku sees a rat. After dissecting it, he wonders really. He has also checked upon Ruri, believing that there may be a possibility that she has a disease that cannot be cured with biotic. And then Suka arrives saying that Ruri is in more pain than ever. This creates very tensional music, as the village chief is about to practically strangle Senku. And it looks like Senku is also cursing that he's giving up, but then he reveals that the true reason of the true disease, he has discovered it. Saying that the bacteria inside his body multiplied is because they felt that they were being attacked. The reason why they were being attacked is because the biotic was working. And the reason why the biotic is working is because the disease Ruri is suffering from is pneumonia. A very dangerous disease, but biotic can actually cure it. At least so far I have heard that the bacteria is actually getting stronger against biotic. So according to Senku, they won. And eventually, with some encouragement from Koako, as well as everything else, the village chief is considered to listen. And that creates the most beautiful moment of this episode, as eventually, in a sunny grass field with the sun shining down, Ruri can walk around the field as the sun rays down on her. As the very beautiful music is playing, it really captures the moment here. Ruri is officially cured from her very long disease, for having survived so long. And the reason being is because thanks to Koaku, who has been running with hot water non-stop ever since the disease got worse, because that slowed down the disease. All for this, and now Senku could cure it. It's a very beautiful moment that I just cannot. It's so beautiful, really. So the village chief officially declares Senku now the new chief of Ishigami village, which makes Senku react, and Ruri reveals why. Because, as she said before, what is your last name, Senku? As well as she seems aware of Senku. The reason being that she knows Senku's real name. Or should I say, last name. His real full name is Senku Ishigami. And this village is Ishigami village. We will now jump into why. Again, the first half was just very embarrassing, the Ginro situation, but the rest was pure heartwarming from the heart. And again, I will never stress enough how beautiful the music is in the moments. But give me your thoughts if you have any.